run up the stairs and hide, but I don't know what happens to me.
Jeepers creepers. Jeepers creepers, right? Who hears Jeepers creepers while screaming in the dark? Are they ever wrong? Your dreams, are they ever wrong? Don't. Are they ever wrong? Are your dreams ever wrong?
She's no shit.
You think he's dead?
They never are.
Jeepers Creepers.
I struggled to make this video, I truly did, because whenever anybody would ask me what exactly the creature from the Jeepers Creepers franchise is, I could never answer with a definitive answer. But a simple Google search would suggest that it's an ancient demon creature who feeds on humans every 23 days, every 23rd spring. But the true origins of the creeper is still to this day unknown, and perhaps will stay unknown. We only seem to know what it wants and why it wants it. So every 23 years for 23 days, every 23rd spring, it gets to eat. And what does it get to eat, you might wonder? Well, it gets to eat us. The way this creature chooses his victims is not quite like any other horror villain. You see, because the creeper only has 23 days to eat, it spends most of its life in a sort of hibernation. And for his 23 days, he doesn't go around killing babysitters or teenagers in a camp or even kids who are dreaming. He kills for survival, choosing each victim by what body part he needs. For example, if his eyesight is bad, then he would eat somebody's eyes, but if his arms were damaged, then he would eat somebody's arms. He chooses each victim based off of what they have that he likes or he needs. And he spent most of the first film chasing after Dari because he smelled in his fear something that he had of value. If you want to know what that was, then I suggest you watch the movie and find out. It's clear from the films that the creeper is quite smart, and even from a distance he is well disguised as a human, wearing what looks to be a 19th century duster, wide brim Stetson and dirty trousers, so unless you take a close look at the creature, you could pass him off for a normal guy. The creature has shown signs that suggest at one point he could have been human. His selection of weapons are also quite interesting to say the least. He seems to sport daggers and throwing stars made from the flesh and bones of his victims. The creeper has shown to be very adamant when it comes to what he wants, never giving up, and even when his eating cycle is almost over and he is getting impaled by spears, he doesn't give up and fights until he is back into hibernation. In the third film, we found out that making physical contact with a body part of the creeper will give you all the information about the creeper's origins, as seen with Sheriff Dan Tashtigo and Galen Brandon. And perhaps that holds the answer to the question, how can the creeper be stopped? Well, as seen in the third film, the creeper was very upset when he had found out that somebody had held one of his old hands and unlocked the secrets to his past. So now we have a fair idea of what the creeper's intentions are and how he goes about getting what he wants. But the question is, how do we kill him? Perhaps there is no way of stopping the creeper, at least yet. The third film really only set us up for Trish's return, and that's about it. Nothing of significance was provided within the storyline of the film, and Jeepers Creepers 3 was a long-awaited film. Many fans were disappointed about how the film played out, with a low budget, somewhat decent acting, and a storyline that failed to give us any new significant information as to what the creeper is. A fan of mine actually had sent over the script to Jeepers Creepers 3 a couple of months ago, and I'm not talking about the film that we're talking about now. I'm talking about Jeepers Creepers Cathedral. Now, I never really fully read into the script to find out how the film played out, but it followed up on the life of Trish and her son. Her son was of course named after her brother Dari, but the plot of the movie was that her son, Dari, would have nightmares about the creeper, and out of fear for losing her son, Trish, who is now a successful woman, takes it into her own hands to finally put a stop to the creeper. And in my opinion, that's probably going to be the plot for the next film, if not close to it. So unfortunately, the conclusion to the video. We do not know what the creeper displayed throughout the 3 films is, but we do have a fair understanding of what it wants and what kind of extreme it will go to in order to get what it wants. And I'm sorry that I couldn't really come up with a conclusion to put a nail in the coffin, but it just isn't that time yet. A lot of people are probably wondering when we will ever see another Jeepers Creepers film, and honestly, who knows, it could be a really long time, if ever. But I do want to thank you for listening, and I hope the video has helped you gather some more of an understanding about the creeper. Do let me know what your thoughts are as to the origin of the creeper, because everyone will have their own ideas about its history, and I would love to know what yours is. So thank you so much, and yeah, have a nice day.
You little butt sniff ought to come out there and kick your ass!